Light modifiers are the basis for building artificial lighting. The right light diffusion or concentration can radically change the final look and nature of a photo. Choosing the right modifier for a particular shot is an ability that comes with time and experience, but we will try to give you tips here where to start. Lamp covers can be divided into two categories depending on whether their task is to focus or to diffuse light. Bowl reflector. The bowl reflector, which is one of the simplest modifiers designed to limit the side illumination of the lamp and direct it to a given object. Its modifier which gives a strong contrasting light casting deep dark shadows. Due to a very high contrast, it's not usually used as a main lighting source in portrait photography since it gives sharp and dark shadows and easily causes reflective spots on the skin, although the low key, which we'll talk about later, is an exception to the rule. When shooting objects with the reflective surface, the bowl, due to its small size and round shape, produces ugly reflections and at the same time fails to illuminate the whole object very well. The bowl reflector has many applications, although it's rarely used as the main lighting. However, it's not suitable for portrait and still life photography as the main lighting due to the excessive high contrast, punctual, uneven lighting, and projected strong shadows. Beauty dish. The beauty dish is a somewhat more complicated modifier. Just like the bowl reflector, it directs light to a given point, but its structure makes the light more diffused and more homogeneous. The use of this type of modifier still results in a fairly high contrast, making the shadows dark and visible with boundaries clearly softer and more blurred. Depending on the size of the beauty dish, it can be perfect for portrait photography, combining sharper contrasting light that perfectly emphasizes the dimensions of the photo with blurred shadow borders. This one is the most commonly used modifiers in fashion and beauty and glamour photography. This modifier is unsuitable for shooting reflective elements for exactly the same reason as the bowl reflector. Namely, its relatively small size and spherical shape can produce reflective spots. The beauty dish is great for portrait photography, especially when using large modifiers, although it is not recommended for beginners since due to the high contrast, it projects a strong chiaroscuro. It works well as a backlit or a wide directed background lighting. Usually, it's not suitable as the main light source for still life photography. Honeycomb. Honeycomb itself is not a modifier, but in addition to other covers, it can be roughly described as a dense mesh that resembles a honeycomb in structure. It is designed to filter light, letting through only those rays that fall in a straight line and absorbing those that would normally fall sideways. With such a modifier, the light of the lamp is more directed, but it does not change its contrast. Note that after mounting the honeycomb on our beauty dish, the object itself is illuminated in the same way. It retains almost unchanged light and shadows while its entire surroundings are clearly darkened. Honeycombs are always used where it's important to limit the lamplight around the illuminated element when, for instance, we want to accentuate an object without illuminating the background or objects around it at the same time.